Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
sir. We welcome you live here inside Woodard Gymnasium. We're getting ready for model basketball night on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia Media live feed. However you're with us tonight, we welcome you into the broadcast. And it's a very special night to be in the gym tonight. Of course, you could say that for any night, but especially when it's senior night. And that is what tonight is.
That's right. I'm sure there will be some sets of eyes that aren't so dry as these seniors play their last home game of the regular season. And we're thinking there could be some postseason action here at Woodard Gymnasium. But, yeah, this will mark the last regular season appearance for a lot of these seniors. And it'll be a special night.
And, you know, in addition to talking about basketball on our broadcast, we venture into some food topics from time to time. And we do want to let you know that we've had the opportunity over the last little bit to sample some food from one of the sponsors here of the video stream. That is Crestview Angus.
Got some
Ian
right
is
here.
holding up a nice, tasty, juicy.
I don't usually
tender.
eat when the microphone's in front of my mouth, but I'm going to give it a go right here.
I think it's appropriate right now, but he is biting off a chunk of this lovely brisket here from Crestview Angus. Give us the verdict here.
It's easy to overcook brisket, and that just melts in your mouth, man. That's delicious.
It is absolutely amazing. I had some a little bit earlier, and the texture, it's cooked perfectly.
Yeah.
It tastes, like you say.
Nice bark on the outside.
It's
yeah,
amazing.
Delicious.
It's really good.
Delicious.
Everything about it is perfect and wonderful. So thank you very much, Crestview Angus. We enjoyed our little sample that we got there, and at some point in the future, I hope there will be more.
Yeah. Bring us more.
How can we get some more of that? That's what I want to know. Maybe not during the broadcast, but
Super Bowl Sunday's coming up. I would definitely smash some brisket.
Absolutely.
While I watch Super Bowl.
So, like I say, sometimes we mostly talk about basketball, but occasionally we venture into some food topics. And as you mentioned, how more appropriate would it be when you're having brisket and you're getting ready for Super Bowl weekend?
Right.
So what can you
Perfect.
say? But anyway, again, live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ. It looks like we're going to get a little bit of a late start here for our varsity games tonight because we got a JV game that's taking place right now. Right now, the model girls are up 38-26 over Temple in this game, and there's about 1 minute and 40 seconds left here of the ball game. So, like I say, going to get a little bit later of start, but not too much. But it's going to be the Model Lady Devils and Temple Lady Tigers coming up in our first game. And we're going to start to dive into that matchup. But we're going to take our first break. 3-minute timeout on the pregame. We're glad you're with us tonight. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Welcome back into live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ of Model Basketball, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. Getting ready for the Model Lady Devils and the Temple Lady Tigers in just a matter of minutes. But we will go ahead and let you know that the Model Girls JV team just picked up a victory to start the night over Temple. Ian, final score in that game was 42-30. And so we'll see what happens. Certainly the folks in blue would love to see a sweep of all three games coming up tonight. It'd be a special night if that took place for sure.
Yeah, just the short time I was here, Samantha Betts running the point guard for that JV team. She gets a lot of minutes for the varsity as well, but she had herself a heck of a fourth quarter.
No question about it. So a great victory to start the night, and it's the Model Lady Devils and the Temple Lady Tigers coming up in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and start diving into the matchup. Just a little bit. We're going to talk about the Model Lady Devils first. Ian, they come into the game 18-5. They are 10-1 in region play. They won their last game, scoring about 48 points a game, giving up just 35. And right now, the AJC has them the number 8 ranked team in the state of Georgia. They've been ranked in the top 10 the entire season. It's been a really consistently good season here for this Model Lady Devils basketball team.
Yeah, and just a balanced roster from top to bottom. All these girls contribute, and it's been a fun season for them. And this will tie a bow on it as we get ready for the region tournament and then state tournament to follow.
Absolutely, and right now Model is tied for number 1 in Region 6, Class A Division 1, and obviously tied with Heard County. And I believe that the tiebreaker, if it ends up in a tie, is going to go to Heard County, but I don't know all the details on that, so I can't really speak to that much, but we'll give you more information on that a little bit later. Meanwhile, the Temple Lady Tigers come to town. They're the number 4 team in Region 6, Class A Division 1. They're 16-7 on the season, 6-5 in region play. They've won their last 2 games, average about 54 points a game, and they give up just about 41 points a game. And whenever you talk about this team, the first name that's going to come up, Ian, is a young lady named McKenna Nix. She's a 5'11 senior. In their previous game, which was a victory at Haralson County, she scored 24 points, had 8 rebounds and 5 assists. And oh yeah, by the way, earlier in the season, she eclipsed the 2,000 career points mark. That was on the 28th of January at Bremen. So she's had just an unbelievable career and hopes to carry that into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to kind of pick your poison when you've got a player like that. Hopefully you can find a way to guard her one-on-one or a little matchup, run some double team, but you don't want to focus too much on them and let other players hurt you. So I'm sure Coach Eccles will have a plan in place for such a great player.
Well, we are about 13 minutes away from the start of this basketball game, and we're glad you're with us for it tonight, whether you're listening on the radio or watching the live video stream. And we'll have more of the pregame coming up after a 3-minute break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Welcome you back live inside Woodard Gymnasium for coverage of model basketball on senior night. It's going to be a big time night. Should be a great crowd for both games tonight as the fans continue to file in the gymnasium tonight. And again, it's the Model Lady Devils and the Temple Lady Tigers up first. And we do want to let you know the crew for tonight's broadcast, whether you're watching on the live stream or listening on the radio. Of course, again, live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. PA announcer here on senior night is senior Grayson Atkins. Cameras, Clay Hardiker and Bennett Abernathy. Sideline cameras, Miracle Lilly and Isabella Chafin. Replay is Caleb Bice. Sideline reporters tonight, Mackenzie Roberts and Alyssa Laney. And the director tonight is Mike Garrett, and the guru of Northwest Georgia Media. That is going to be Nathan Patterson's done a tremendous job. And you talked about maybe needing some tissues tonight for some of the family members out there celebrating senior night. Of course, Nathan Patterson and Uta Patterson, their son Thomas is a senior playing on the basketball team. And I know this has got to be an emotional night for them, as well as a lot of the other parents as well. Yeah, absolutely. And I've been sitting here during the break watching the scoreboard where they've got all the seniors with some of their pictures from their childhood. So they're pulling at the heartstrings a little bit tonight too. It's appropriate though. Oh, no question about that. Quite a journey to get to this point in your life. It's a huge milestone. It is, and it's hard to believe that we're already at that point of this season. This is the last regular season game for both of these teams here playing tonight for the Model Blue Devils. And then, of course, next week you'll have the region tournament take place during the week. Stay tuned for more details on that. And then after that, the week after, it'll be time for the state tournament. It's already that time of the year, if you can believe it. Yeah, it is here already. I was hoping that we'd see a picture of Thomas here in a minute, and that he would have like a baby bottle with sorghum syrup in it. Man, is there a picture out there like that, Nathan? We need to know. I got you, man. I wonder if they cooked the Crestview Angus brisket that we had earlier involving any kind of sorghum syrup. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, we'll go ahead and recognize the seniors on the girls basketball team tonight. And we'll do that throughout the broadcast. And obviously we'll have, some presentations and things of that nature taking place throughout the night. But for the girls basketball team, you have August Betts, Miriam Burns, Janiyah Caldwell, Milan Howard, Sadie Rotten, and also manager Abby Howell. And, you know, it's one of those situations where you hope at the end of the region tournament and after everything shakes out that you'll at least get one, maybe two more opportunities for home games.
But there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee, and there's no doubt these are their last regular season games playing in the model Lady Devils uniform in front of the home crowd. So, like you say, an emotional night for sure.
Indeed.
Well, folks, we are going to take one more break. And again, we just are glad you're with us tonight for coverage of model basketball here on senior night. It's going to be the Model Lady Devils and the Temple Lady Tigers. We still got a lot to cover here in our pregame, so we'll catch our breath. We'll come back with more after a 3-minute break.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to live coverage of model basketball as we edge ever so close here to the tip-off of this basketball game, the first varsity game of the night. It's the Model Lady Devils hosting the Temple Lady Tigers. And let's talk about the last time that these two teams played games, not against each other necessarily, but in the season. And for Model, it was a week ago, the last time they had a regular season game against Pepperell, and it was a good night for the Lady Devils. They would win 62-10 last Friday in their last game. 12 players scored in that game, Ian.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance from the Lady Devils.
Yes, and they picked up that victory over Pepperell. Meanwhile, Temple Lady Tigers, their last game was on the 4th of February, where they beat Haralson County 63-24. We already gave you the stat line from McKenna Nix in that game, highlighted by scoring 24 points. The last time these two teams played each other, that was back on the 14th of January, and Model would come away with a 45-39 victory on the girls' side of things. So it was a hard-fought victory, but Model was able to pick up that pivotal victory in region play at their place on that particular night. So looking for the season sweep in the regular season here tonight.
And it's going to be an interesting region tournament. I think it's going to be super competitive. So this is an important ball game.
Oh, indeed it is. No question about that. Well, we're about 2 minutes away from the start of this game. So the only thing we've got left to do is give you the starting lineups and get things rolling inside of Woodard Gymnasium. We will let you know that if you want to listen to more basketball on the radio coming up tomorrow, you can do just that. And I'm kind of eating some words today regarding Georgia Tech. As most people that know me know, I've been a Georgia Tech basketball fan for a long time. Ian has as well. And I've kind of been hard on the Jackets lately because it's been a disappointing season. And I hate to admit that I'd kind of given up on them. Well, Georgia Tech men's basketball this past week, they upset Louisville, top 25 team. Then they go on the road, and in 3 overtimes, they beat Clemson. So 2 top 25 upsets in 1 week.
Yeah. Anytime you count the Jackets out, that's when they step up and go out and shock you. And we had that conversation after the game last Friday, and sure enough, they reel off 2 straight wins over top 25 opponents. Too little too late when it comes to postseason aspirations unless they make a heroic run in the ACC tournament. But solid stuff nonetheless.
And now, even though I know Virginia is without their head coach, Tony Bennett, but Georgia Tech goes and meets some of their kryptonite coming up tomorrow up in Charlottesville against Virginia on Saturday, taking on the Cavaliers at 5:30. Pregame's at 5. We'll have that game for you on WLAQ. Well, it's almost go time, man.
I'm ready. How about you?
I am ready too, man.
Feeling it tonight?
Feeling it tonight. We're going to have the national anthem in just a couple of moments. Then we'll give you the starting lineups, and then we'll give you some basketball here on the live coverage produced by Northwest Georgia Media, and then also on the radio. I recognize the video crew. Now we'll recognize the radio crew. I'm Matt Davis. He's Ian Griffin, and back at the studio, well, that's Lynn Butler, and we appreciate all you guys and all your help with the broadcast, man. Have a tremendous amount of time doing this. It's good stuff.
It is a blast.
And I have to apologize. I'm a little bit hoarse tonight because I have been dealing with an upper respiratory infection for about a week.
No fun.
And I wasn't missing this for anything. So I apologize for my voice being a little bit raspy, but I wanted to be here for senior night. So here we go.
Well, you weren't talking at all 2 days ago, so you've come on.
This is an improvement. I can tell you, a vast improvement. Well, folks, let's get you ready for the national anthem. Then we'll give you the starting lineups. National anthem, and now we will give you the starting lineups here for tonight's team, and we're going to start with the visiting Temple Lady Tigers out of Temple, Georgia, and in the starting lineup for them tonight, number 2, Carly Bagwell. She's a 5'7" senior. Also number 4, Janiyah Walker, a 5'8" senior. Number 10, Anna Howell, She is a 5'4 junior. Number 11, Taylor Malone, a 5'8 junior. And rounding out the starting lineup tonight for your Temple Lady Tigers is going to be number 21, McKenna Nix, a 5'11 senior. As we mentioned to you, she has scored over 2,000 points in her career as a Temple Lady Tiger. Their head coach, by the way, is Jake Shirley. And now, here are your Model Lady Devils in the starting lineup for tonight, and we'll get you underway. Number 1, Cam Sanders, a 6-foot freshman. Also number 14, Javia Samples, a 5'5 junior. Number 15, Sasha Wood, a 5'5 junior. Number 21, August Betts, a 5'11 senior. Number 23, Eva Pointer, a 5'9 junior. And that's the starting five tonight here for the Model Lady Devils. Their head coach is none other than legendary basketball coach around these parts, Sally Eccles. So there you have it, folks. We're just about ready to roll.
Tip-off just moments away. And when are they recognizing the seniors? Are they going to do that at halftime? Or?
I think they'll probably do it between games.
Between games?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure of that. We'll probably get a note on that in just a couple of moments. But regardless, it's about time to get things going inside Woodard Gymnasium. For the Model Lady Devils, you're going to have August Betts in the circle. And for Temple, they will roll up to the circle with Janiyah Walker at midcourt. The official is now out there with the ball, ready to send it into the air and get this thing underway. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for basketball on senior night. We're underway. Model is going to give up the tip there to Temple, and they will open up right out of the chute. You had Eva Pointer with a block. Now they go inside with Nix off the glass
right
and through.
Off the bat. Nix able to penetrate there. Good defense by Pointer, but Nix made one move and got to the basket pretty easily there.
Model with the basketball on their side after Temple opens up with a quick bucket from Nix. Model with the ball. Javia Samples sends it right wing side to Pointer. Pointer sends it around to Wood. Thought about it for a second, then gave the ball off to August Betts. Now back around to Samples, drives the low block off the glass and returns the favor.
Yeah, nice move, pump fake out there from behind the arc. And Samples able to get to the rack for an uncontested layup.
Good answer by the Lady Devils. Here comes Temple on the other end of the floor. Back to Nix, this time for three, and it's through.
My goodness.
So Nix is locked in right out of the gate.
He is.
That's a problem. Here comes Cam Sanders, gives it off to Wood. Wood dribbles back up towards the top of the key between the circles. Leaves it off for Samples. Fakes the pass left, goes right. They send it underneath to Pointer. Pointer back out to Sanders. Quick three, and that one's in. Wow.
Man, it's like they've mimicked each other. Now it's been two Devils that have scored, but the same scenario with the kick out three.
What's that, Simon says?
Yeah.
Temple with it on the other end. They'll dribble out to the top of the key. The pass sails out of bounds. It's coming back to Model.
First turnover of the ball game. And look, let's be honest, in the games that we've called here, Model has struggled to score early. It's been tough for them, so to see them in a rhythm early on offense is nice.
Locked up at 5 apiece. Model with the ball on their end of the floor. Betts with it on the left wing side. Searches, sends it right wing, trying to get it to Wood. Ball knocked loose on the floor. Just kept it on this side of the floor there for Samples. Almost went backcourt, although I think it might have been tipped by Temple by the time she touched it regardless. Model with the ball on the left wing, gives it up to Wood. Wood dribbles between the circles, now sends it right wing side to Samples. Samples bounce pass to Pointer, now back out to Samples, drives the lane, loses the handle, Betts comes out with it, and that's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, she just couldn't wrangle it in time to get the shot up. Some solid defense. So after trading 2s and 3s on the first 2 possessions, both teams get a stop on the third.
McKenna Nix, the feet underneath. They drive, one pass too many, deflected, but Temple comes out with it. Going to try to fire it underneath, picked off by Sanders. Coming out with it is Wood. Wood across the timeline, almost has her pocket pick, sends it to Samples on the right wing side, drives in, shakes off the defender, and scores.
Yeah, nice to see Samples with a hot start here. She's already got 4.
McKenna Nix with the ball for Temple, works her way across center court. Now dribbles across the M, drives, kicks it out left wing side, open 3. That one's going to rim out. Tracking down the rebound is Samples. Gives it off to Pointer. Pointer across the timeline. Post up near 2 defenders, puts up the shot, misses. And coming out with the rebound after a battle was Wood. Now to Sanders for 3, and guess what? It's through. Whoa.
Cam Sanders 2 for 2 from behind the arc, and the freshman stepping up here. And a hot start for the Lady Devils on offense.
They lead at 10-5. Oh my goodness, one of the Temple players ended up on the model bench, is helped up by Coach Eccles, and that's a turnover for them.
Yep. And after 5 points to start the game, the last 3 possessions for the Temple Tigers have ended in turnovers.
Sasha Wood's going to trot it up the floor here for the Lady Devils. Dribbles up towards the top of the key, sends it left wing side, gets it to Betts. Betts directing traffic, gets it to Sanders off the glass, left it short. Rebound went to Temple. Good defense there by Model. Temple's able to get around it though and get across midcourt, trapped at half court. McKenna Nix trying to dribble out of it, has her pocket picked by Pointer. Pointer with the ball, nice pass over to Samples, goes in, and it rattles off the rim, but Ian, she's going to the stripe.
I think they called a walk.
Oh my goodness, never mind.
Yeah, that spin move, I think there were several steps in there before she finally got that. Yeah. Absolutely.
So Temple will heave the ball in, picked away by Sasha Wood off the inbound pass. Wood going to bring it back up the floor here for Model. She's across the midcourt stripe. Now going to send it left wing side, gets it to Betts. Betts dribbling. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Samples going to lob it to Sanders. Now back out to Wood. Thought about the 3. Had second thoughts. Gives it off to Samples on the right wing. Bounce to Pointer. Inside shot is missed. Here's the putback. Rattles off the rim and rebound goes to Temple. Temple going coast to coast. Lost the handle momentarily. Sends it back to the top of the key. Tries to scoop it in. Blocked.
Yeah, I think Wood got that one.
Wood now with the ball. Sends it right wing side, gets it to Samples in front of the Temple bench.
Oh, just a miscommunication there. Two players in the same area on the court. Both of them thought the pass was going to the other.
And it just sailed out of bounds on them. So that's a turnover for Model, and it's coming back to Temple. Sadie Rotten's going to check into the game for the first time for Sasha Wood.
And Addie Mathis as well coming in for Eva Pointer.
Senior night hoops for you. McKenna Nix with it on the right wing side. Working around to Bagwell, who now drives off to the right wing with it. Gives it to McKenna Nix. Dribbles off to the left wing side in front of the Model bench. Now starts to work her way in. Needs some help. Sends it back up to the top of the key. Bagwell will reset. They send it underneath. Driving. Put up the shot. It's off the side of the backboard. Gets her own rebound though. Puts it up again. Misses. Samples gets the rebound. Model across the center court stripe with it. Now back up top to Sanders. Left wing side, they go to Betts. She drives in to a cutting Sanders off the rim and through.
8 points already for Cam Sanders.
Temple with the ball across the timeline, drives to the low block, gets blocked by Samples, who got in there quick.
Yeah, and she got by Samples, so what a great recovery there on her part to get back and swat the shot.
So Carly Bagwell will inbound the ball for Temple when we resume underneath their own basket. Right now, Model leads at 12-5, a 7-point lead with 2:33 left to go. We're in the first quarter. They survey the floor, send it in motion. Left wing side, 3-ball in the air, and that one caroms across the rim. McKenna Nix tracks down the rebound, fires another 3. That one's off the mark. That's her first miss, isn't it?
It is. 2 missed threes on that possession for Temple.
Mathis takes the rebound, gives it off to Sadie Rotten. Rotten on to Janiyah Caldwell off the bench. Now back to Rotten on the right wing side. That's her sweet spot. They give it to Betts off the glass and through.
Yeah, great find there, senior to senior. Rotten to Betts. A dime from Sadie to August. And a 14-5 lead. And a 13-0 run here for Model.
Bagwell hands the ball off, gets it to Malone. Malone drives, puts it off the glass and through. So the run that you just referenced is ended there by Malone. There's Janiyah Caldwell to a cutting Sanders off the glass, and Model answers.
My goodness. That's 14 points already. Or 12.
Sanders has got 10.
Okay.
Temple with the basketball. They send it down to the low block, and she travels.
Wow. Great sequence here. Model's playing at a really high level on both ends of the floor. And we've seen, like I said, we've seen some slow starts on offense, so it's really nice to see them come out hot and clicking on all cylinders on that end of the floor.
And you kind of wonder what that would look like with them having a week in between games, but whatever they did in practice this week, it was effective keeping them in rhythm for sure. Janiyah Caldwell with the ball is going to sit at left wing, gets it over to Mathis, who's going to lob it over to Wells. They kick it out, open. Rotten shakes off the defender, puts up the long two and sinks it.
Sadie Rotten missed last Friday with an injury, so she took that week to get healthy, and 2 points for the senior on senior night there.
Indeed, and Model now leads at 18-7, 42 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. Temple sends it right wing side, sends it into a cutting McKenna Nix, and she gets fouled on her way up.
Nix, a competitor, boy. She is a fiery, fiery competitor.
So McKenna Nix going to the free throw line. She already has 5 points.
Wouldn't have anything to do with being a coach's daughter, would it?
Yeah, I think that might have a little something to do with it. Of course, Corey Nix, her dad, the head football coach down at Temple, and he's definitely a fiery guy.
Yes,
for
he
sure.
is.
A heck of a football coach. Shot is up and missed. We've had the opportunity to interview him a time or two. Always enjoy talking with him.
And that was a jump ball, and the possession arrow is in favor of Model, so they'll have it going the other way, leading 18-8. Shot clock's off.
Mathis brings it up the floor, gets it to Caldwell in front of the Temple bench, sends it right wing side back to a cutting Mathis. Now back to Caldwell, just passing it back and forth. They get it underneath to Wells and off the glass and through. And what a feed.
Yeah, and just great ball movement in general there. We saw 5 passes before the bucket was attempted, and a great dish from Mathis to Wells. And it is clicking on offense for the Model Lady Blue Devils in the first quarter.
And they're being disruptive on defense as well, forcing some turnovers here. Model with the basketball on the near side of the floor. On their side, ball's poked free by McKenna Nix, who got in there and grabbed it and fired it just before the buzzer, but off the mark. And Model's going to lead it at the end of one. 20-8 is your score, 12-point lead. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 1-minute break. We'll be back for the second quarter after these messages.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Temple takes the ball in bounds, trailing on the road against Model. Ball is poked free. Samples gives it off to Wood after the steal, and she drives out around the perimeter. Model leading at 20-8 as we're just underway with the second quarter. There's Sanders from just beyond the free throw line, knocks down another 2.
Yeah. And the heat continues for Model on the offensive end.
Oh my goodness, on fire tonight. Temple with the ball, they send it to Nix. She spins around, goes in, gets blocked. Betts comes out with the ball, gives it right to Sanders, now to Samples, goes right in, coast to coast. Almost made the shot, but she does get the contact.
Well, we'll get it to the line for 2. Our first free throws of the, for Model first free throws.
Yeah.
We saw McKenna Nix go to the line for 2 late there in the first quarter for Temple.
But you're right, Samples is at the free throw line. First free throws here for Model. Goes through her routine, dribbles the ball a couple of times, puts it up. That one rattles off the back of the iron. subs into the game here for Temple. Checking back in, you've got Carly Bagwell and Taylor Malone. One more coming up here for Samples from the stripe. 7:20 left to go in the second quarter. Model leads at 22-8. Second free throw on the way. That one's short. Rebound taken by Pointer. And when I say taken, boy, she took it. Made the shot too.
Ripped it away and got the little teardrop to fall.
Temple comes back the other way with it, driving to the low block. And that's going to be a foul on the floor, I believe.
I think they got bets. And Temple will inbound from underneath the basket.
So the Lady Tigers set to inbound, as you referenced. Carly Bagwell surveys the floor. And she's going to bounce it inside. They get it to the low block. Ball knocked loose. It stays with Temple, though. And thought about the three. Passes it away. Gets it over to Bagwell. Bagwell being guarded right now by Pointer. Ball poked loose, but it stays with Temple. Great defense from Model. They poke it free again. Temple stays with it, though. And eventually it's going to be picked off by Betts. Well, what great defense.
Yeah, really. Tenacious.
Sasha Wood picks up her dribble, gives it to Samples, now to Betts. Now back to a cutting Betts from Sanders, and she gets fouled.
Yeah, Betts in the act of shooting. We'll head to the line for two.
And you've talked about this some here in the first half, and the passing
the ball
is just
movement.
unbelievable from Model so far in this game.
Yeah, it's been excellent. Ball is popping around the half court. Very efficient. Girls are moving without the ball, getting into good position.
They're hitting a different gear tonight early in this game. Shots on the way. That one's off the back of the rim as Betts gets ready for her second free throw. Model has not made one from the free throw line so far in this game. 0 for 3. All right, one more coming up from Betts. Goes through her routine. Shot on the way. That one's off the back of the rim. That's the only thing that hasn't gone well here for Model so far. Back to Betts. Off the glass. Misses the shot. Pointer tries again. And the rebound goes to Nix and Temple and a foul.
Yeah. They came close to mirroring the last two misses at the free throw line by getting the offensive board and a putback. Couldn't get that one to fall. And it'll go the other way. But you're right. That's been about the only thing that hasn't gone Model's way.
So Malone bringing it across midcourt here for Temple. Going to send it to the left wing side. Now dribbles back towards the M at midcourt. Now fires it to the left wing to Nix. Nix in front of the Model bench dribbling. Going to bounce it up top to Malone. Malone goes to work, fires it underneath. Backdoor cut, shot off the glass is through from an Howell.
Yeah, that was a great pass there from Malone to Howard for the easy bucket.
Bounce pass to the left wing side to Betts. Betts dribbles baseline, gives it to Pointer. Pass is picked off by Nix. It was heading to Sanders, and she got in the way. Here's Nix driving the lane, trying to draw the foul, and she does.
Yeah, and I think they'll give her the continuation there, and they'll send her to the line. And that's the thing about this Temple team. Models had everything go their way. They have been playing lights out on both ends of the floor, but they can't take a risk and get complacent here. This is a talented Temple team that can get back in this game.
First shot's on the way. That's too strong. Bounces off the back of the rim. She gets ready for her second shot. One more coming up for Nix. Misses the shot. Betts will inbound the ball. Gets it to Samples. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Wood. Wood across the midcourt stripe. Dribbling. Now works her way back up towards between the circles. Gives it to Samples. Now over to Betts. Fires it into Sanders. Drives in. Puts it up. Misses the shot. Here's her own putback after the rebound. It's through.
14 now?
Yeah.
Wow. Cam Sanders, have yourself a night.
And so Nix will bring it up the floor here for Temple. Directing traffic, gives it over to Malone. Right now, Model is up to a 26-11 lead. There's a shot from long range. That one's off the side of the rim. And a battle for the rebound. Model still battling for it. Finally, Sanders comes out off with it.
Block for Sanders and a block for Betts there.
Indeed. Bounce pass underneath to Samples. Drives it off the glass and through.
Timeout, Temple. And I can't blame them.
Oh, you're not kidding. Well, we're going to take it as well. Model 28, Temple 11. We're back in 30 seconds.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Welcome back in, everybody, for live coverage of Model basketball. Whether you're watching on the live stream or listening on the radio, however you're with us tonight, we're glad to have you with us right now. Model having a great night on both sides of the floor. Model is up 28-11 with 4:48 left to go in the second quarter, and I would say that arguably Model's having their best offensive night that they've had all year.
I don't think many people would argue with you. They really haven't made any mistakes. I think they're yet to well, they've had a traveling turnover. That's it. One turnover so far through a quarter and a half of play.
Nick stops and pops the three, misses. Sanders gets the rebound, so it's a one-and-done trip for the Tigers. Sanders on to Wood. Wood sends it to Samples on the right wing side. Samples back around to Wood. Wood between the circles, going to send it to Betts. Betts goes to work on the left wing, stops, sends it back up to Wood. Now around to Samples. Now she'll work inside. Scoop shot is missed. Betts comes out with a rebound, ball loose on the floor. Both teams chasing down a 50-50 ball. Coming out with it was Temple. And then
going back the other way. Yeah, went off Temple player's knee.
And so Betts, defeated in here for Model, is going to find Wood. Model leads at 28-11. We got about 4 minutes left of the second quarter. Sasha Wood sends it to Samples. Samples on the left wing, stops, sends it back to Wood. Open three in the air, and that caroms across the rim. Rebound picked up by Samples. Betts now back to Samples, launches three, misses. Rebound taken by Pointer. Wood's got it. Samples again. He's going to drive the lane. Nice bounce pass to Pointer underneath. She'll pick up her dribble, sends it over to Wood. 3:37 left to go. 13 seconds on the shot clock, inside to a cutting Sanders, and she gets bumped on her way up.
Yeah, and Temple switched to a little 2-3 zone here. The Models had some difficulty trying to find their entry point, but they got it down to Sanders with a good pass to the block, and she gets the contact and gets to the line.
So Sanders with 2 free throws coming up. Model has yet to make a free throw, looking to change that here, and they do not. That one rattles out.
Come on, Matt.
I'm trying to help them here, man. If we say something about it, the opposite happens. You know?
Right. So she's definitely going to miss this one.
Oh, probably so.
Yeah.
So Sanders with one more free throw coming up here for Model, as they've missed 5 here in this half. Shot on the way, and that one rattles off the back of the rim, and nothing we can do can help. Sanders does get the rebound,
She
though.
did.
So they've got another opportunity here. Wood's got the ball here for Temple. Going to send it up top to Betts. Betts starts to work inside, stops, gives it off to Pointer on the left wing. Now they're working around to Samples. Now inside to Sanders, and you're right, the changes that Temple's made on defense are really giving some problems here to Model.
Yeah, just not quite able to figure out how they need to move to solve this zone.
Betts has got it, sends it right wing to Wood. That helps.
It does.
6-3.
Good look there as Wood steps back into the corner. Betts finds her uncontested. She knocks down the tray, and it's a 20-point lead for Model.
McKenna Nix is going to send it to Howell on the near side. They go back to the left wing to Harris. Harris drives in, gets blocked, but there's too much contact for the official, and she'll go to the line, and she's kind of hobbling around a little bit too.
Yes, it was. She got her with the lower body, and I think that forced her to kind of roll her ankle, but she seems to be okay, shaking it off.
So 2 free throws coming up for Jaden Harris for Temple. They trail by 20. First shot's on the way, and that one rims out.
It's been a tough night at the line for everybody.
It really has been.
Yeah.
Be some subs into the game here for Model as Howard checks back in, as well as Sadie Rotten. One more coming up here for Harris at the free throw line. Shots in the air, and that one's going to rattle off the rim as well. Somebody needs to check the rims on both sides.
Hello.
Sadie across the timeline gives it off to Samples. Samples dribbles up top, now back in front of the Temple bench. Model with the ball, Mathis. Model leads it by 20, 31-11, 2:28 left to go here in the first half. Sadie Rutten with the ball, going to lob it underneath to Sanders. Post up, gets blocked.
Yeah, nice block by Josie Bisping.
In off the bench, coming up with a good defensive play. It's not easy to block Cam Sanders.
No. Oh, she got
Sadie Rotten's inbound pass is going to be picked off by Harris. She goes coast to coast and lays it in.
good job there by Harris baiting Rotten into making that pass. Mathis looked wide open, but she was spying and waiting on that pass and then takes it coast to coast for the layup.
Sadie Rotten's going to send it up top to Samples. Surveys the floor, directing traffic. Now sends it left wing side over to Sadie Rotten. It's going to lob it underneath, gets it to Sanders, kicks it out. There's Samples for three, and it rattles off the rim. Rebound goes to Model. It's going to be blocked and stolen away by McKenna Nix. Nix will go coast to coast. Scoop shot off the front of the rim. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Model.
Stay on this end. Back and forth action here between the Tigers and Blue Devils.
It's been
a good one so far.
It really has been. Howell surveys the floor here for Temple. Tries to bounce it in. Stolen away by Sadie Rotten. Hattie Mathis goes right into the lane. Gets blocked on her way up. Coming out with it is Nix. So Nix will walk it up the floor with 1:24 left to go here in the second quarter. Model leading at 31-13, and there's a whistle. Samples with that one. And so we're going to see Nix go into the free throw line for the second time. Well, third time, actually, where she's 1 of 4 from the line.
And whatever she said after she got fouled had Samples and the official laughing. So she's got a high motor and is competitive, but obviously she's doing it in a classy and funny way. Got to respect that.
So Nix fires the free throw shot, and that one goes off the side of the rim, gets ready for her second free throw.
When we called the Darlington Temple game, I remember watching her on the field. I didn't know at the time she was a coach's daughter. She's out there throwing the football. If you remember warming up, she could chuck it around the yard too.
Knocks down the second free throw. Yep, I remember that now that you mention it. Samples with it on the left wing side, sends it into Sanders. Post up between two defenders and scores.
16 points?
16 points.
16 first half points for freshman Cam Sanders.
And counting.
And counting.
Across the timeline goes Nix. Got to send it off to Malone on the right wing. Now she gets it over to Howell. They kick it out. There's a long three, and that one's off the front of the rim. Trying to track it down with Sanders. Great effort, but she sent it on the model bench, so it stays on this side of the floor.
Cam Sanders just as hot as this Crestview Angus brisket we had pregame.
We're going to be talking about that brisket all night, man, because it was that good. There's a shot and bounces across the rim. Rebound goes to Temple, and she travels. And as you mentioned earlier, doing a brisket, and I like to cook barbecue. I've got a couple of smokers at my house. It is tricky.
It's tricky.
I've had a hard time trying to nail that one down, but Crestview Angus knows how to do it. I need to ask for some tips. Here's Sanders after the feed from Rotten. Post up and scores.
Yeah, faked it to the right. Drop step back to the left and scooped it in off the glass.
She's in a different gear tonight, folks. Model leads at 35-14. Shot up and missed by Temple. Tracking down the rebound with Samples. She'll drive across the lane. Feeds it to Mathis. Drives in off the glass and through. Wow.
Goodness.
4 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds. Got to work from midcourt, and it had a chance, but a little bit off the mark. Great first half for the Model Lady Devils.
Yeah, I mean, high caliber basketball. 20 first quarter points, 17 in the second quarter. That's as good of opening half as we've seen from them on offense, and the defense was right there with their standard, just tenacious, causing turnovers, and just a great effort from the Lady Blue Devils in the first half.
Again, great first half for Model. They lead it 37-14 over Temple. Let's step out for 3 minutes. We'll be back for the halftime show.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame, so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Well, senior PA announcer Grayson Atkins.
He's having a good time, right?
Firing up some Dixieland delight there from Alabama. Of course, I got a soft spot from Alabama. I went to Jacksonville State University, and Randy Owen, singer of Alabama, he's an alum, and he's at all the Jacksonville State basketball games. I see him sitting on the front row every time I go to a game there.
Regular with the nachos, right?
Yeah, he likes to eat the nachos and all the good stuff. He really does. Well, man, we're at halftime, and right now Model leads this game 37-14. And as we pointed out many times throughout the broadcast so far, defense was unbelievable, held a really good team, Temple, to 14 points in the first half, and lit it up on the scoreboard, scoring 37 points. We're going to run down the scoring in just a few moments. But I went back and looked, and the most points that Model scored in the game this year was at Tryon on the 18th of January, where they scored 71 points. And if they have a second half like they did in the first, they're going to eclipse that tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to maintain the kind of scoring that they were doing in those first two quarters, but they just seem to be in lockstep with each other tonight. Temple switched to a zone about at the midway point of that second quarter, and it gave them problems for a few possessions, but they figured it out and continued to shoot at a high clip.
They really did, Ian, and they would outscore Temple in the first quarter 20-8. and then 17-6 in the second quarter. Here's how the scoring would break down individually. We'll start with the visiting Temple Lady Tigers. They'd pick up 2 points from Jaden Harris, 2 from Anna Howell, 2 points for Taylor Malone. Their leading scorer with 7 points was McKenna Nix. She scored 6 of her 7 in the first quarter. She was held to a free throw there in that second quarter. That is certainly worth noting.
Yeah, she got 5 right out of the gate, so Model did a good job switching things up and keying on her, making things difficult.
Indeed. Now for your Model Lady Devils, they'd pick up 2 points from Addie Mathis there in the first half, 6 points for Javia Samples, 2 apiece for the following 4 players: August Betts, Eva Pointer, and also Jada Wells and Sadie Rotten. The leading scorer of the night, overwhelmingly, was Cam Sanders. She had 10 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, for a total of 18 first half points.
Just an explosive half across the board for Model, but Cam Sanders playing on a different level than everyone else tonight.
Isn't that the truth? Well, Model Lady Devils lead it at halftime, 37-14. We got about 4 minutes until we start our second half. I do want to let you know that this is the last broadcast of the regular season because, well, these are the last games of the regular season, so stay tuned for details on tournament coverage as relates to the region tournament, which is next week, and then also the state tournament the week after that. It's almost tournament time, if you can believe it. So anyway, let's take one more break here at halftime. As we conclude our halftime show, we'll be back for the second half. Model up over Temple, 37-14 when we come back in 3 minutes.
You look exhausted. Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vacked the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Well, Model Lady Devils looking to try to pick up where they left off as we start the second half. Sasha Wood takes the inbound pass. Model leads at 37-14 after the break. August Betts with it on the left wing. Now gets it out to the right wing side. Wood's got it, going to drive the lane. Ball is going to be poked free. McKenna Nix is going to come out with it here for Temple. Lady Tigers bring it up the floor. Taylor Malone's got it across the Emmett midcourt stripe. Sends it right wing side. Gets it to Howell. Howell going to dribble around to the top of the key. Nearly has her pocket pick. Chasing it down as Samples. Nix comes out with it. Fires the three. It's off the side of the rim. Kind of rushed the shot there. And a whistle.
Yeah. No, they called a tie up there. So that'll stay on this side. Quick whistle.
Very much so. So we get ready for Carly Bagwell to inbound the ball here for Temple. Excuse me.
And I tell you what, it just keeps filling up in this gym. Wouldn't expect anything less on senior night in Shannon.
Indeed. Bagwell fakes the shot. Now going to set it underneath. They'll kick it back out to the left wing side. The shot's going to be blocked by Betts. Wow.
Betts is going to take those high-flying blocking skills to the next level, playing volleyball. But she's got some more shots to block before she finishes her career on the hard court.
Oh, indeed. Betts with the ball, going to send it over to Wood. Wood across the midcourt stripe here with it for Model. 1 minute now into the third quarter of the game. Pointer's got it. Going to dribble off to the right wing side. Leaves it off for Samples on the right wing. Starts to work around a screen from Pointer. Ball is going to be poked free. Carly Bagwell got a hand on it. Here comes Temple on the other end. Block there for Betts again, but this time there was some contact.
Yeah, I think she got her with the lower body there. She went up and swapped that shot. That'll send Temple to the free throw line. Easy to get complacent and kind of, when you get a lead like this and you play it at such a high level, we'll see if Model can sustain their success on the offensive end. But a slow start here in the third quarter.
Good touch on the free throw there from Howell, which is one of the things that both teams have kind of struggled with tonight in this game. And Howell's got one more coming up in just a couple of moments. Free throw in the air, and that one rattles off the front of the rim. Sanders got the rebound, by the way. Samples has got it, and she travels. So Temple to feed it in. Mix is going to trot it up the floor here for the Tigers. Model leads at 37-15. 6:35 remains in the third quarter. Nix with the ball. Nearly has her pocket picked by Wood. Shot on the way is through. And that was Anna Howell knocking down a three. That was a big-time shot right there.
Hot start for the Tigers in the third quarter.
So that cuts it to 37-18. Betts sends it right wing side to Samples. Drives towards the lane. Gets blocked. Kept in bounds by Sanders. Pointer puts it up, and it rattles through.
Good find there, Sanders with the save. Find Pointer on the baseline. Pointer hits the mid-range jumper for Model's first bucket of the second half.
Temple across the timeline. Ball is kept in bounds as it almost went out of bounds on him on the sidelines, and a whistle and a foul against Model.
I think they got Sanders. Janiyah Walker will head to the line for two.
So again, Janiyah Walker, as Ian just referenced, is standing at the free throw line with two shots coming up, trying to cut into this Model lead, which is 39-18. Shot on the way. That's off the front of the rim, a little flat on the free throw. One more shot coming up here for that young lady, Janiyah Walker, the 5'8" senior. Shot on the way, and that one's through. And Model comes back with the ball. Pointer across the timeline, shoots and scores.
Great feed by Cam Sanders. Pointer takes one step, kisses it off the glass for the easy two.
McKenna Nix dribbles off to the right wing, going to leave it off for a teammate who fires the three, and that one's off the front of the rim. Rebound nearly taken by Sanders, but she goes out of bounds. Or the ball goes out of bounds, rather. And Sanders will inbound the ball here for Model. Bringing it up the floor is going to be Samples. Samples across the timeline, going to fire it underneath, gets it to Betts. Betts back to Samples. Samples resets the offense here for Model. Starts to work around a screen, goes in.
Oh my goodness.
took a ton of contact, was able to score, and is going to the free throw line.
Yeah, just a great show of strength there from Samples to maintain control of the ball and finish that one. She had to fight through a really hard foul.
She really did. And made the bucket, and now she's got an opportunity for a three-point play here. Samples has been to the free throw line once before in this game. She's 0 for 2. And these teams are really cutting up with each other. They're laughing about something else just now.
Well, it's never fun to be down 24 points, but Temple out there playing a real competitive basketball game. Model has just played at a different level.
They really have. So Samples puts up the free throw and converts the three-point play, but somebody was in the lane.
Lane violation.
I think she may have stepped on the line.
Wow, so they'll wave that free throw off.
So the score remains 43-19 in favor of Model. Temple with the ball. McKenna Nix on the left wing side. They're going to lob it into the post.
Yeah, it's going to go off of Janiah Walker, and that was a forced entry pass. There was two Model defenders right on top of the ball there. Made that really tough on Walker to come down with it, and she couldn't. Goes out of bounds and will go the other way.
So Sanders will bounce it into Wood. Wood going to bring it up the floor here for Model. Wood across the midcourt stripe, sends it right wing side, gets it to Samples. Now back up to Sanders, now into Betts, and the ball stolen away. Coming out with it is McKenna Nix, being chased down by Eva Pointer. Nix nearly has her pocket pick as she was double teamed and still working on her, and a jump ball.
That'll go Model's way as they have the possession arrow.
It was great defense.
Sadie Rutten checks in for August Betts. And, you know, Coach Eccles really likes to cycle her players in and out, but if you hadn't noticed, the seniors have seen a little extra PT here on senior night.
There might be a little something to that, Ian.
I think so.
Sadie Rotten with the ball on the left wing side, gives it over to Samples. Now back to Rotten up at the top of the key, gives it to Wood. Wood with the basketball, now over to Samples. Samples feeds it to Wood, wide open three, and that one's off the top of the rim.
Foul on the attempt.
So she's going to have 3 shots. Yeah. And this will be Wood's first free throw attempts of the ball game. She gets 3 of them. So again, Sasha Wood at the charity stripe getting ready to shoot. First shot in the air, and that was going to rattle off the rim. So she'll get ready for the second of 3.
Gym's packed here tonight. Love it, man. Love the atmosphere we're getting.
Second shot's going to rattle in. And we'll get ready for her second free throw. By the way, Model leads at 44-19 with 4:16 left to go in the third quarter. And one more coming up for Wood. She's made one of the first 2, and she sinks the third. Temple across the timeline with the ball on the left wing side. Now going to send it left wing into the corner. Howell with it, tries to spin around, gives it off to teammate Harris, who dribbles across the baseline. Feeds it back outside. There's a little jump shot off the front of the rim. Samples tracks down the rebound after the missed shot.
Great take there by Malone.
Sadie Rotten with it in three-point land. Now fires it into Samples. Drives her way in off the back of the rim. Won't go. Here's the putback from Pointer. That won't fall. And it's 2 looks there for Model. Came up empty. As Temple got the rebound and heads back the other way. McKenna Nix starts to drive towards the low block. Puts it up. And that one rattles across the rim.
She's had a tough time. That was a real good take. Just didn't get the kind bounce.
Sasha with the ball here for Model, sends it into the corner to Sadie Rotten. Now back around up top to Samples. Samples dribbles off to the right wing side here for Model. They're trying to bounce it in. It's bounced away by Temple. Coast to coast, they go in. Harris misses the layup. The putback won't fall. Ball is going to ricochet off a couple of players. Sanders battles for it. Comes away with it, and as you mentioned, gets fouled by Howell. And again, I want to apologize for my voice quality or lack thereof tonight. Been battling a respiratory infection this week, but really didn't want to miss the last regular season game of the year.
A lot of lozenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
A lot of those.
You know, I feel better, but I just haven't able to shake that part of it yet. Sasha Wood's got the ball on the left wing side in front of the model bench. Now back out to Mathis. Mathis at the top of the key gives it to Wood. Wood surveys the floor. Now going to look towards the right wing side. Dribbles back out. Going to need some help. Gets it to Sadie Rotten, who lobs underneath to Sanders off the backboard. Couldn't get the shot, but she's going to the line.
And a great feed there by Rotten. I mean, just a perfect entry pass there. A little teardrop right in the bread basket for Sanders, and she almost got the and one opportunity, but she'll get 2 shots from the line. She's yet to score here in the second half after an 18-point first half.
And that's going to be her first make from the free throw line tonight.
Notching point number 19. Can she get into the 20s?
Well, we're about to see one more free throw coming up here for Sanders of this pair. Model leads at 46-19. 2:31 left to go here in the third period of the ball game. Shot on the way, and it is through. She makes them both.
She did indeed. Stripped the net on that one.
So the score moves to 47-19 in favor of Model.
Dickie V always referred to an outstanding freshman as a diaper dandy. I'd say Sanders qualifies for that.
And I understand that Dickie V is going to be on the call of the Duke Clemson game tomorrow.
It was great to see him back. Such an iconic broadcaster.
He's an inspirational guy. There's no question about that. Ball is nearly stolen away, but Model retains possession. They get it Rotten now up top to Sanders. Puts it up, misses off the front of the rim. Wells tracks down the rebound. The putback is going to go.
Great effort there on the glass from Jada Wells.
Temple across the timeline. They feed it the left wing side. Ball's going to be poked out of bounds there by Model, so it stays with Temple. And Ian, they continue to foul in here of Woodard Gymnasium. Could be standing room only by the time we get through with this game.
Big crowd on senior night. You wouldn't expect anything less.
So Temple to send it in motion, trailing 49-19. That's the score. Driving in, getting fouled is going to be Taylor Malone, so she'll go to the free throw line. And the foul, by the way, was on Samantha Betts. So these will be the first 2 free throw attempts here for Taylor Malone here in the ball game. Shot on the way, and that one's through. She'll get ready for a second. Taylor's got a different spelling than I've ever seen for Taylor. It's Taillieur. Very unique. Shot on the way. That's off the back of the rim. Won't go. Sadie Rotten takes the rebound. Gives it off to Betts. Now we get more specific as Samantha Betts is into the game. Of course, right now August Betts is on the bench. Milan Howard with the ball, sends it right wing side to Sadie Rotten. Now they're trying to get it to Mathis. It's deflected out of bounds by Temple. And I don't know about you, Ian, but it looks to me like Model's been trying to set up a corner 3 for Sadie Rotten on a couple of possessions.
It is her specialty. Would love to see another one go down here on senior night.
Milan Howard with it on the right wing side. Now sends it to Samantha Betts. Dribbles up towards the top of the key. They send it left wing side to Mathis. Drives in. Tries to get it to Wells underneath. Ball's deflected and stolen away by Temple. Temple Tigers bring it back the other way. McKenna Nix for 3, contested by Rotten. Misses the shot off the side of the rim. And the rebound is going to go to Temple. They may get another look here. And a 3 ball is launched and through. Good looking shot. That was Taylor Malone.
Yeah, good looking 3 there. A little side step, pulled up and drained it.
And so Samantha Betts in the feed over to Rotten. Left wing side, they go back to Betts. Now to Sadie Rotten up top. Mathis with the ball at the top of the key. Gives it over to Betts. 25 seconds left on the clock. 15 on the shot clock, so a little bit of a differential there. Sadie Rotten with the ball, going to feed it underneath, trying to get it to Wells. Ball is going to ricochet off a couple of players. It stays with Model, and Coach Eccles calls a timeout. So we're going to do the same. 13.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Model up 49-23 with the ball out of the timeout. We're back in 30.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
All right. Model set to inbound the ball up 49-23 out of the timeout called by Coach Eccles. Temple steals it away on the other end, misses the scoop shot, gets their own rebound. Howell misses the second look, and Model comes out with the rebound. Launches it at the buzzer! Off the back of the rim. That almost went.
It did. Betts heaved it from half court, and that was just off the back rim.
Oh, man. Well, Model's going to lead it at the end of 3. 49-23 your score. We're back for the final frame after a 1-minute timeout. Wow.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Welcome you back in. Temple inbounds the ball, trailing Model here at Woodard Gymnasium. 49-23 is your score. And we're now underway with the final frame of this game. The ball's deflected out of bounds. It stays with Temple. And earlier when we were in the pregame, I mentioned to you the first time these two teams met down at Temple, it was a 6-point ball game by the end of the game. I don't think we're going to see that here.
No, I think Model's got a safe lead with 8 minutes, under 8 minutes to play, but
McKenna Nix launches the 3, misses the shot, deflected out of bounds by Model, so it stays with Temple.
We both talked about at the break, though, for this to be such a lopsided margin, the game's been really entertaining. I don't feel like Temple's played poorly.
No question. I agree with you 100%. Ball is going to be launched. Up, misses the shot. But she's going to draw the contacts going to the free throw line.
I think they call it charge.
Did they?
And she's hurt. I think she got the breath knocked out of her when she landed. That's tough. It's hard when you can't catch your wind.
It's been a long time since I've experienced that.
Me too.
And as long
but I
as
remember
it's been, I remember it
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
It's also like one of those things when you get hit in the basketball on your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Just hearing somebody say that, you can smell it.
Yeah, and the tears can well up. Yeah.
It's funny how that works, you know. All right, Cam Sanders set to inbound the ball after the charge there against Temple. And Sanders takes the inbound pass, Samples did rather, and gives it to Pointer, misses the shot. The putback from Betts is too strong, and the rebound's going to go to Temple. They come out with it. Bringing up the floor is Harris, sends it left wing side to McKenna Nix, drives in, puts it up off the glass and through. Strong move.
Really nice take there by Nix.
Nix has got 9 points for Temple. Sasha Wood working across the timeline here for Model. Model going to send it to Betts, drives in towards the low block, picks it up. Going to send it left wing side to Samples. Samples back over to Wood. Wood at the top of the key with it. And Model is trying to eat a little bit of clock here, it would appear. Here's Samples with the ball as they start to move. They give it to Wood. Now back out to Samples. Starts to work towards the low block. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Shot on the way off the backboard. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Did not hit the rim there. And McKenna Nix to bring it up the floor here for Temple. They trail 49-25, 6.5 left to go in this one.
And Matt, they were threatening to have their most prolific scoring outing, but the pace of the game has just slowed down here in the second half.
That rattles in for Nix. She's picked up a couple of quick buckets here in the fourth quarter. You're absolutely right about that. Woods got it, sends it up to Sanders. Going to send it underneath to Pointer, puts it up, misses the shot. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Model. And so it comes back to Temple.
You looking forward to any college games this weekend?
Oh, yeah. I'm a Jacksonville State alum. Love watching their team. They got a good one this year. And tomorrow they are hosting Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers. And that's, in a certain respect, is kind of a rivalry because Ray Harper, who's the coach at Jacksonville State, has been there for 9 years. He came there from Western Kentucky. So you always want the opportunity to beat your former team, you know.
Absolutely.
Shot off the glass, missed by Temple. Model gets the rebound, will bring it back the other way. Sadie Rotten with the ball on the left wing side. Of course, I'm looking forward to watching your team play Auburn tomorrow. Of course, yeah. I'm hoping for a different result than you are. Sadie Rotten, that corner three, yes. There it is.
That is her shot. Great to see her hit one on senior night.
You knew it would happen, you just didn't know when, and there it was. 52-27, Model on top with 5:23 left to go as Sadie Rotten gets her signature corner three on senior night. Pass is going to sail, picked up by Sasha Wood. Model comes back the other way with it, trying to grab a little momentum here late in the game. Leading at 52-27.
Pointer wide open under the basket.
Sadie Rotten to Pointer. She'll back her way in, gets blocked, and she also gets clobbered.
Yes, she did. She was unguarded for just a second under the basket. And by the time they got it to her, the defenders had gotten back in position.
First free throw of the game from Pointer is going to rattle through. She's got one more coming up, but a couple of substitutions in for Temple. Checking back in, you've got Howell, and then also into the game is Haley Davis. One more coming up here for Pointer. She goes through her routine, and that's off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Sanders. Model's got the ball. They're going to send it right wing side, trying to get an open Rotten. Now over to Wood, back up top to Pointer from the free throw line, sends it down to Sanders, deflected out of bounds by Temple, stays on this end. Rotten triggers it in, they get it to Wood. Wood is going to go back court with it.
Couldn't reel it in.
Obviously, you're looking forward to Florida and Auburn tomorrow.
I am, yeah.
Anything else stand out to you?
I mean, that one's, it's highlighted and earmarked on my schedule. So, hoping we can give them a ball game there in the jungle.
Temple going to kick it back out around the perimeter. Davis now going to leave it off for Howell. Howell's going to pick up her dribble, sends it on McKenna. Nix has got it, driving towards the lane, and she gets fouled and will go to the line.
I think after Florida's bad showing against Tennessee last Saturday, I think they go into Auburn and give them a heck of a game. I don't know if they can pull off the upset. That is a tough place to play. Bruce Pearl's got that program really humming.
Oh, he really does. Man, oh man, they are a deep team.
It's a good Gators team that's going to play them tomorrow, though. I think it's close.
First free throw was missed by Nix. Second one is forthcoming. Gonna have some boys basketball after this one. Shot is on the way. That's off the side of the rim. And if it's anything like the first boys game in regular season, you're gonna be in for a treat tonight. It's gonna be a doozy. Sadie Rotten sends it to the left wing, gets it over to Janiah Caldwell, back to Sadie. Now they go up top to Wood, on to Janiah Caldwell. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter, Model leads it 53-27 to a cutting pointer, misses the shot. Her putback is going to be good after she gets her own rebound and scores. So Pointer now with 9 points, Ian.
Just one of those glue players. She does what's asked of her and more.
There's Nix with a scoop shot
Nice,
off
soft
the
touch.
glass. McKenna Nix, really good basketball player. And as you mentioned, just a fierce competitor. Sadie Rotten in front of the Model bench, surveys the floor, is going to send it to Caldwell at the high post, kicks it out to Sasha Wood. Wood dribbles between the circles, now on to Caldwell, going to fire it underneath, trying to get it to Sanders. It's picked off. It's Howell. Howell going coast to coast, gets blocked by Wood.
Yeah, clean block, too.
And it goes out of bounds, so it will stay with Temple.
They're
Did
calling
they call
the
the
foul?
contact?
I thought she got all ball, but no, she got some hand
Yeah,
there.
she did.
Ball first, but she definitely caught her arm.
Well, Howell is back at the free throw line for the second time of the game. No. His first shot's on the way. It's a miss. That's Howell. Carly Bagwell is going to check back into the game here for Temple. One more free throw coming up here for Howell. Second shot on the way, and that one's through. So she made one of the pair, and the score is 55-30 in favor of Model. So they still have a 25-point lead, and we're almost at the 3-minute mark of this one. Sasha Wood fakes to the left, now sends it right wing side, gets it over to Sanders. Sanders is going to lob it underneath, gets it to Pointer, gets blocked and stolen away. Kenna Nix has got the ball across the timeline, going to try split two defenders, gets fouled on her way up. And Ian, she does a really good job drawing contact, doesn't she?
Aggressive move there. She tried to split the defenders. Came down on her knee, hobbling just a little bit.
So McKenna Nix at the free throw line, gets ready to go through her routine, puts up the first shot, and that one's going to rattle out. Gets ready for her second shot of the pair. McKenna scored 6 points in the fourth quarter, so she's got a total of 13 points.
Got herself a good night. You said she went over 2,000 last week?
Yeah, sure did. Going to miss the second shot. Coming out with a rebound is going to be Milan Howard. Model brings it back the other way. Going to give it to Sasha Wood. Wood on to Sanders. Sanders in front of the Model bench is going to get fouled. Picking up the foul is going to be Janiah Walker. Kind of an inadvertent bump there.
Yeah. Trying to make a play.
Sanders feeds it in the backcourt here to Sasha Wood. There's 24 seconds on the shot clock. Right now, 2:38 left here in the ball game. Model leads at 55-30. Going to send it right wing side to Caldwell. Tries to dribble across the baseline. Ball is picked off. Here comes Temple on the other end. McKenna Nix going to miss the scoop shot. Rebound picked up by Model. Rotten came out with it, gave it to Sanders. Sanders across the timeline, fires right wing side. They get it to the corner to Caldwell. Tries to bounce it in to Howard. They give it back out to Wood. Rotten from the corner. That is number two.
Oh, you could smell it coming. She was just standing out there uncovered. And a great job there by Caldwell to find her. And Rotten hits her second three of the ball game. I think she's shot 3 times and hit all 3. A mid-range jumper and 2 corner threes.
Sadie Rotten, the sharp shooter here for this Model team. 3 ball on the other side. That'll be an air ball. Goes out of bounds. So it's coming back to Model. And Ian, right now, Model leads this game 58-30. And we got 1:43 left to go.
Yep, and we are going to see 2 seniors come back on the floor here. August Betts and Miriam Burns gets into the game. Little curtain call opportunity here, I think, for these Lady Blue Devils.
So all the seniors are out on the floor together. They're playing in their last regular season game. And, of course, at home. This is a special moment, folks. They send it left wing side to August Betts. Betts to Rotten at the top of the key. Going to give it off to Janiah Caldwell. Caldwell with it on the right wing side, try to feed it to Betts. It's deflected and stolen away. 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. With it is Malone. Malone drives in, puts it off the glass and through.
Nice take there. Taylor Malone.
Caldwell across the timeline, gives it to Rotten. Rotten surveys the floor. All seniors are on the floor right now here for Model. Burns feeds it back out to Rotten. They're trying to get an open look for Burns. There's Caldwell off the back of the rim, rattles in.
And they're trying to get all the seniors a bucket.
Caldwell with her first bucket of the ball game. And a whistle and a foul on the other end, and Nix hit the floor pretty hard there, and she's down.
She's gone down hard 2 or 3 times now in this quarter, and she slapped the floor that time, but is scraping herself up and hobbling to the free throw line.
So McKenna Nix going to the free throw line, as you mentioned, hobbling, and she's kind of grabbing at that right leg, but she has some type of a brace on that leg. But she will shoot the free throws. First one on the way from Nix. Boy, she is tough, too.
Yeah.
Still trying to shake that off, but still has a decent attempt there from the free throw line, just kind of gritting through this pain from the stripe.
It's a Matt Davis fighting through an upper respiratory infection kind of grit out there.
I tell you. And again, I do apologize for the way I sound tonight. But again, selfishly, I did not want to miss senior night because we've been covering Model basketball for a long time and certainly have seen these kids play a lot. And I just really didn't want to miss it.
I think they're going to try to set Burns up. She's going to have a shot.
There's the 3 ball in the air. It's off the side of the rim. Karam's over. Rebound picked up by Temple. Temple losing the handle. And now they're going to work it back the other way with 20 seconds left to go in the ball game. With the ball now is Aubrey Rigdon. Rigdon at the midcourt stripe. Caldwell is going to pick it off. Now turns around, goes into the lane, puts it off the glass, misses the shot. And a jump ball is going to be forced. Possession arrows with Model. Another opportunity here, Ian.
And I think they're going to look for Burns if they can get her open. She's going to inbound it. Give and go here, possibly.
Burns surveys the floor, sends it right wing side to Sadie Rotten. 5 seconds on the clock. Burns back to Rotten, up top to Caldwell. They send it to the free throw line. There's Burns for 2 at the buzzer and misses the shot. But Model's going to win it, Ian. The final score in the ball game, Model 60, Temple 32. So on senior night, the Model Lady Devils pick up the victory. What a great win for Model.
Yeah, really, really solid effort there to close out the regular season and send these seniors out with a win.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a 3-minute break. We'll come back for the post-game show after these messages. Before we take the break one more time, Model Lady Devils with the victory tonight, 60-32 over Temple. We're back after 3 minutes.
What's up, brother?
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Good evening, everyone. As is customary each year, we would like to take a moment to recognize those student athletes who are closing out their high school careers and preparing to open the next chapter in their lives. Tonight, we will be recognizing the senior student athletes on the Model High School dance team, the basketball cheerleading squad, and the girls and boys basketball teams. Seniors, as your name is called, please step forward to be recognized and receive a gift of appreciation for your years as a student athlete at Model High School. First of all, we have Miss Kylie McLam. Kylie is being escorted tonight by her mother, Miss Jennifer Plymell, and her father, Mr. Bobby McLam. After graduation, Kylie plans to attend the University of West Georgia and major in nursing with plans to eventually become a pediatric nurse practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Kylie McLam. Mrs. Ansley Porter. Ansley is being escorted tonight by her mother, Mrs. Brandy Smith. After graduation, Ansley plans to go into cosmetology and train to be a professional dancer. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Ansley Porter. Mrs. Drew Meredith Stockton. Drew is being escorted tonight by her mom, Miss Leah Stockton, and her dad, Mr. Topher Stockton. After graduation, Drew plans to attend Georgia Northwestern Technical College to study cosmetology and become a hairstylist. She also hopes to teach or coach dance. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Drew Meredith Stockton. Mrs. Cadence Abrielle Wilson. Cadence is being escorted tonight by her mom, Mrs. Brittany West, and her father, Mr. Benton Wilson. After graduation, Cadence plans to attend a 4-year university for her undergraduate degree, then transfer to August University to become a dentist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Cadence Abrielle Wilson. Mrs. Anna Grace Bale. Anna Grace is being escorted tonight by her parents, Mr. Brad and Mrs. Kathy Biel. After graduation, Anna Grace plans to attend the University of Georgia to become a speech pathologist or pediatrician. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Anna Grace Biel. Mrs. Abby Horn. Abby is being escorted tonight by Mom Andrea and her stepdad David Barrage and her brothers Tyler and Carson Horn. After graduation, Abby plans to attend Georgia Northwestern Technical College to pursue a degree in IT. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Abby Horn. Mrs. Campbell Hunt. Campbell is being escorted tonight by her parents, Mr. Steve and Mrs. Nikki Hunt. After graduation, Campbell plans to attend Berry College and one day teach pre-K or kindergarten. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Campbell Hunt. Mrs. Zarian Smith. Zarian is being escorted tonight by her mother, Mrs. Amanda Renner, and her father, Mr. Daniel Barfield. After graduation, Zarian plans to attend Georgia Northwestern Technical College and pursue a career as a radiology technician. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Zarian Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, give these seniors a great round of applause. This is our dance team and cheerleading squad seniors. All right, guys, now we're going to start with the basketball team. Mrs. August Betts. August is being escorted tonight by Ballard and Elizabeth Betts. After graduation, August plans to attend the University of Virginia at Wise on a volleyball scholarship while pursuing a major in exercise science with a minor in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. August Betts. Mrs. Miriam Burns. Miriam is being escorted tonight by her parents, Mr. Tony and Miss Lucy Burns. After graduation, Miriam plans to attend Samford University and major in marine biology. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Miriam Burns. Mrs. Janiyah Caldwell. Janiyah is being escorted tonight by her mother, Mrs. Lisa Caldwell, her grandmother, Miss Ola Caldwell, her cousin, Jalen Caldwell, her stepdad, Brandon, and her sisters. After graduation, Janiyah plans to attend Georgia Southern University and major in exercise science. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Janiyah Caldwell. Mrs. Millian Howard. Millian is being escorted tonight by her father, Dr. Raymond Howard, and her mother, Mrs. Althea Howard. After graduation, Millian plans to attend a four-year college and major in biology to eventually become an orthodontist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Millian Howard. Mrs. Abigail McKinsley Howell. Abby is being escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Richard Howell, and her stepmother, Mrs. Krista Howell. After graduation, Abby plans to attend Georgia Highlands College, then transferring to the University of North Georgia to become a physical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Abigail McKinsley Howell. Mrs. Sadie Rawton. Tonight, Sadie is being escorted by her lovely mother, Mrs. Nancy Rawton, and her father, Mr. Jonathan Rawton. And her two brothers. After graduation, Sadie plans to attend college and major in psychology while playing basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Sadie Rawton. Mr. Chase Allen. Chase is being escorted tonight by his mother, Rashawn Jones, and his stepfather, Mr. A.J. Jones, and his brothers, Miles Dale and Elijah Jones. After graduation, Chase plans to attend college and play basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chase Allen. Mr. Grayson Atkins. Grayson is being escorted tonight by his mother, Mrs. Jamie Atkins. After graduation, Grayson plans to attend Samford University and major in communications with a focus in broadcasting and journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Grayson Atkins. Mr. Stevie Dallas. Stevie is being escorted by his entire family. After graduation, Steve plans to attend trade school and go into the HVAC field. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stevie Dallas. Mr. Aiden Fuller. Aiden is being escorted tonight by his mother, Miss Leslie Miller, his stepdad, Mr. Dale Miller, and his father, Mr. Tony Miller, and his stepmother, Miss Ramona Fuller. After graduation, Aiden plans to attend the University of Georgia to major in real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aiden Fuller. Mr. Marlon Kennebrew. Marlon is being escorted tonight by his mother, Mrs. Christy Woods. After graduation, Marlon plans to attend the University of Georgia and major in pre-law to later pursue a career as an attorney. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marlon Kennebrew. Mr. Owen Mathis. Owen is being escorted tonight by his parents, Liz and Jeremy Mathis. After graduation, Owen plans to attend the University of Georgia and major in business, then become the world's richest salesman. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Owen Mathis. Mr. Thomas Patterson. Thomas is being escorted tonight by his parents, Uta and Nathan Patterson. After graduation, Thomas plans to attend Georgia Tech and major in mechanical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thomas Patterson. Mr. Noah Travis. Noah is being escorted tonight by his parents, Kristen and Jacob Travis, and his sister, Kate Travis. After graduation, Noah plans to attend college and pursue a degree in sports management while playing basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Noah Travis. Mr. Lyric Wheeling. Lyric is being escorted tonight by his mother, Miss Amanda Wheeling. After graduation, Lyric plans to attend college and pursue a career in physical therapy while playing guitar on the side. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lyric Wheeling. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 seniors for the Model High School dance team, the basketball cheerleading squad, and the girls and boys basketball team. We would like to thank our parent volunteers for preparing the gifts of appreciation for these students. Furthermore, we would like to thank the Temple High School fans, coaches, and players for their patience as we recognize this senior. Give them a round of applause one more time. All right, guys, you are dismissed. Thank you.